Ultra. This dropped yesterday. There's a lot of hype around it. Is unknown yet to me whether or not the hype is worth it. So here's our main interface. It is rolling. You know. It is pretty. I'll give it that. I love the chorus display. Actually, that's very cool. Don't get me wrong. I like the sci-fi look. I dig it. Um, let's just go through. So I haven't had this long, obviously, because it only dropped yesterday, and I pulled the demo last night. Well, actually during your stream, and of course I've been at work today, so I haven't had time to mess with it. But what little I have had to mess with it, my early opinions are I don't know if I'll stick with it. I don't know that I won't yet because it is starting to open up for me. And there are some things like this over here. This is a very small pad that I built in it earlier using the Ultra Wave. So the Ultra Wave is you can import any sample that's 30 seconds or less. We'll do that here in a minute, and I'll show you about that. So in the Ultra Wave, you get the mapping. This is important. We'll talk about this. This is built from two samples, two vocal samples, taken out a splice, just kind of random, really. I just grabbed two vocal samples that are on a and so we decided to go with what happened. So use my words. So we'll come back to this. This is what it sounds like, just without any effect, with just a chorus. Is what this pad ends up sounding like. I don't have a lot of modulation going on in this. There we go. I've got some filter modulation going. Hey, bud. So let's just kind of start from the beginning. The things that I've been able to suss out about Ultra. Reading the online, the manual's online. You have to be online to use it. There are some things about this I find a bit sketch. That's just my own personal biases towards the way companies do business. For example, all of your saved sounds are automatically uploaded to their cloud. Of course, they tell you that, oh, those are private. They're still private. They're still yours. You can upload to their store, but you have to get, and they don't tell you how many. You have to get so many downloads before you can monetize it. So my thought was, great. Anybody that's gonna download it is gonna download it during the free period, and then but whatever. That's neither behind this one. Let's talk about the actual synth. I went through the presets earlier. Some of them, I found a few that I did actually like. This one, for example, is kind of cool. What? Oh, hang on. Chunk. There we go. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but it's not something you can't get elsewhere. I thought this one was okay. And you do get previews, just like Serum 2. I need to see when we turn the preview off, actually. Performance, patch name, use bitwig track color in the header, patch library. Load the patch on selection. There we go. Okay, so let me save. So that way, if I want to hear the preview, that's not bad. That might be the best bass I've heard yet. This one I thought was interesting. Now this one actually does use their ultra wave, but it's only one sample. And I think the real magic of this is going to come when you're using multiple samples, which I'll get to in a minute. So we have the ultra wave oscillator, which you can you can drop something in here. You know, you have your analog oscillator. Now this is kind of interesting. You've got this oscillator, which can be, you know, your analog, which is your standard saw, little saw, you know, that sort of thing. But this is only a single voice. There's no way that I have found to update. In order to get a multiple voice oscillator, you have to go to their super, which also gives you, you'll notice, your standard waveforms. But now we have a voices. Now their super saw, I don't know. I don't think it's anything to write home about. This is their super saw. I don't think it's anything to write home about, super saw wise. I think the one in Falcon blows this thing out of the water so far as his pure super saw oscillator. I'm kind of curious as to, oh, it's coming from the ultra wave. Turn that off, sorry. Let me go back to the init patch here, and we can hear just the super saw. Yeah, I agree. It's the way I read the manual, it's saved locally, but it's also automatically backed up to their cloud. The way the manual reads. Let's find it here. Chunk. Library. Patches are synced to the cloud whenever you create them. This creates an online backup. These patches are private. This allows you, of course, if you sign somewhere else, to pull out your patches. So, okay. Maybe a little sketch, to be honest. So it's not saved to the cloud, it's saved locally and to the cloud, at least the way I read that. You do have a noise oscillator, which is kind of nice. Doesn't really let you change the type of noise that I found, so it is what it is. And then you do have a sub oscillator, which you can change the wave file on, so that's kind of cool. This is your routing, your general routing. So let me call it. Okay, we don't have anything. Let me grab another patch. Another. Let's go back to add otherworldly voices because I remember. So your mod matrix is here. There's multiple views for this. You can source view, which is kind of cool if you like all the stuff. You know, target view instead of list view. I prefer list view. This is what it is. This is what's mapped to it. If you use serum, vital, pigments, whatever, creating stuff in here is pretty bloody easy. It's literally grab the cross, drag it to where you want to go. Auxiliary modulation. Good question. That is a good question and a little bit beyond my current knowledge of the thing. So yes, you can do an aux source, which will modulate the modulator. Yeah, I saw that's on one of the videos. That they have 3 videos up on this that if you're interested in this, I do encourage you to watch all 3 of them. The clarinet one is actually the one I found the most useful because it talks the most about their ultra wave. So yeah, you can use this to modulate the modulator. What I have found so far is that the basses seem to lack punch to me. They just seem to lack a little bit. And they seem to lack a little bit of oomph. I did like this one. You know, see, just all the basses seem to just lack a little oomph. So let's go back over here. I liked it that you do have an init patch just right straight the bat. So the ultra wave. Let's talk about the ultra wave. That's going to be your most important. This is where the magic, I think, of this synth really happens. Um, yeah, no, that's just it. If you listen to it, when I hear it on my speakers and everything, they just lack a little bit of punch, right? It's kind of hard for me to describe. But when I create a bass in Vital or Pigments or even Serum, which we know is not my fave, but it's a good synth. It's still a good synth, or Falcon, they've got it. Just they feel like they have more oomph, if it makes sense. Like let's just do this. Chunk, chunk, super saw, 8 voices, down an octave. Turn the filter on. 24, please. Let's take real quick. We'll take this. So this is pretty standard to anybody who's familiar. Your stuff's over here, right? Um, Now I will say again, why does Sense? I wish Sense would do this. They give you 3 bars, but then it's 4, 6, and I guess 6 as far as we can go on this particular synth, which is kind of weird. Give me 3 bars, 5 bars, 7 bars, because I sometimes do chords that are that, and I want my LFO to go the length of the chord and then restart without having to retrigger. It's weird, but whatever. Um, this is, of course, preset where it starts, how far it goes. You can grab this and pull it down. This is very familiar to those of us that use, Vital, Pigments, whatever. Right click it and you get your source. Now here you can add an auxiliary. You can change the cutoff. You change your polarity here, unipolar, bipolar. You can invert the left and the right. This is cool. You can do a stereo width on them, which I know you can do in Vital as well. And the farther you away, the farther they go. Uh, yeah, click. Let's pull the compressor up. Drag and drop these to wherever you want. Click on it to get it. Let's do some mega gain here. See, it just lacks a little bit of punch. It's a little better. That's okay. Okay. It's a little better. It still seems like it just lacks a punch. Well, I mean, for example, no, chunk, two. That was not a good choice. Where's the other one? Where's the Falcon? Where's the Falcon Super Saw bass? I created this one in Falcon, just pretty. bog standard, to be honest. It's not all that in a bag of chips. It's D documents. This is part of Falcon I don't like. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Super saw base. It's a little bit, got a little bit more bright, a little bit more bite, but this is starting to grow on me. You know, yeah, this is starting to grow on me a bit. But this is all pretty bog standard, right? This is your super saw. You can actually add another one if you wanted to, so you could super the super. See what happens. I do this. Pull this down an octave. That's gnarly. But anyway, so yeah, let's look at though the magic. So again, any sample that's 30 seconds or less. So let's grab, what do I got in here? This might be too far. All right, so you can create a new patch. I'm just going to replace what's already there because, yeah. So automatic or manual. If you do it automatic, which one for what? Is this a file wavetable? This is a file wavetable data. Import wavetable data? Okay, no, cancel. Go back. That's new. Import as audio? Okay. All right, so then we go done. It processes now. So these are, it's automatic where it's choosing these cycles. If you want more cycles, you can literally zoom in and just add them by clicking on them. And it'll add those cycles to the wave. So here's the original. Here's theirs. See, it's not exactly the same. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, no, see, it's not the same. No pitch. So I need to go back and look at the video and see what they were doing to get the actual, to where it sounded the same. But you can also then go in, once you decide, okay, we like this, done. I'm going to discord the pitch curve sound that you can, done. So you can edit this too. I'm going to turn the loop on. So that's the whole thing, right? But if you only want like part of it, you can actually move these. You can move this in. I'm not sure what that one. This is where it starts. So that's just one though. See, it's just one. Say I wanted to, which is not really where I think the magic happens in this. Okay, I need something that's got more than one, please. Let's back up to here. Samples. Doesn't really matter. Okay. What we got here? No. Future bass. Waves. Synth shots. Wonk. I want to replace, so I just drag and drop those in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I have no idea what this is going to sound like, by the way. Discard the changes. Tell it that's fine. Oh, process all files. Next. Yeah, process all files. Next. Boom. Discard velocity pitch. You can say you can set the scale volumes. All right, what do we get here? I definitely need to turn the loop on. Here we go. But what I wanted to show you is this. So this is actually a velocity map. And what it does, I'm going to pull these down so we can see them. Is based on the note you play. Based on the note you're playing, what Ultra will do is take the nearest wave and then morph it between, so according to the manual, the closest four. So like if you did this, it just morphs between these to give you a smooth transition. This was a terrible thing. Let me grab some vocals. So of course the problem is finding. You know what? Let's go to. What do we got here? No. Chunk. Oh, here we go. We need some of these though. These are kind of longish. Some of these. This might be too long. Oh no, automatic. Save. Cancel. Done. Done. Discard pitch card. Done. So we got one. Let's grab this one. Pull it in. Add. Oh, that one's longer than 30 seconds. There we go. Okay, fine. We don't have to import that one. Really? Those are all longer than 30 seconds? Dang it. Alright, so we've got two here. Okay, you can stop playing. Ooh, no volume. Let's turn the compressor on. So it starts to morph between them. And of course you can start adding effects. But, you know, the question is, does this really add anything to what we already have that's worth dropping 150 to 250 bucks on? I don't know. I need somebody, well, like Chris or somebody else who does this a lot more than I do to really get in and dig into it and go, oh, here's really where the magic happens, and here's how to make this thing really sound good. You can have macros. As a matter of fact, if you're going to submit something to the store, any sound submitting to the store has a requirement of at least 4 macros, which I thought was kind of weird, but it is what it is. Um, you know, I'll go through some more. Let's look at more pads. Discard. There are tons of effects. I'm looking over here. So we've got 3 different tube distortions, a bit crusher, your chorus, your flanger, your phaser, compressor, your OTT, built-in, gate, ladder filter, MS200 filter, clean, EQ format, comb and resonator, digital or tape delay, Hall or plate reverbs, sidechain in built-in loop node on audio. The rack is interesting. You have a multiband rack, a mid-side rack, and a parallel rack. I did find, was it? Hang on. Was it this one? No, one of the sounds I was going through to mess with had a mid-side rack in it, and I wanted to look at that. Delay. Nope, that's not what it was. Huh. Wonder which one it was. Dubstep? Maybe? Nope. But this uses the OTT. I mean, it's all pretty. Don't get me wrong. Here we go. This level. So this is a mid EQ, and then has the OTT on the sides. That's cool. That could definitely have some uses. You could also side the EQ. Let's take. Yeah, there we go. Bonk. So you can. It's real easy to add and take away effects. It's 3 envelope. It does have an ARP, which I haven't really messed with. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you've got all this, mostly mod source length, swing the grid if you want, subdivisions, ties, node on, 16 steps, 16 looks to be as big as you can get it, and that makes sense. Inside a synth, you could snap the key. Minor, Dorian, not a huge amount of key choices, but most of the ones we're probably going to use in ambient music. Most of us anyway. Sometimes I get weird. So yeah, we can do major, minor, major pin, minor pin, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Locrian. So yeah, pretty much all you should need. ARP mode or don't know what that actually does. I have to look at the manual. Oh, it's got some interesting. Oh, it's got presets. Nice. So yeah, I mean, can you quantify the oscillator's pitch like you can in Vital? I do not know right offhand, sir. I'm sorry. Um, let's see. Let's see what we can find over here. Alt wave, no, synth tab. Oscillators grounding. Let's do the analog oscillator. Enable preview pulse width, warp knob. You can warp them or bend them, which is kind of cool. Hmm. Ooh, nice. You cross modulate A and B, morph between them, I'm assuming. Sync, similar to sync, repeatedly get higher and higher in pitch. Sync adds higher frequency harmonics to the operator shape. Hmm. See, super oscillator, you can load up to 3 super oscillators, which if you want to have something that has any oscillators that have multiple voices, you have to do the super modulator. The analog one seems to be single voice oscillator only. Um, detune, stereo, yeah, it doesn't really say. Pretty standard stuff. So, I mean, but its basic operation is pretty easy. Also, they do actually have, here we go. They give you some, so digital, electronic, um, like evolving multi-saw. What does this do? You can bend it, you can morph it. So dry, these are either areas you can use. These are what you can do here. Hard sync, soft sync, sync easy, sync 2. What's this do? Nice. Squanch. Phase fold. Huh. Nice. I mean, there's quite a bit of options to, oops, to warp the crap out of this thing. Um, so there's a lot of stuff in this that, again, admittedly is beyond my knowledge, right? I have no problems admitting this. Um, so you can, again, you can choose, let me go back. Go back to the init patch, please. Thank you. So it does have loaded, and you can get the ultra waves that come in all the packs that are loaded in the factory. That's funny. So let's go with string. Cross guitar. Live. Oh. Yeah, here. We should be here. That would help. We multi-saw. Electronic. What do I got? Where did I get that? Here? Yeah. Star mode bass. Seriously? Now the interesting thing is you can only have one ultra wave oscillator. Change them through the drop down. In ultra wave you can only have, it looks like one. It's because if I change that to analog, I can have an ultra wave, but I can't have one here or here. So I change this back to analog or whatever, and then I can go back to ultra wave. So you can only have one ultra wave oscillator, but you could have two, then you could have two analogs or two supers or two samplers as well. I have not messed with the sampler at all yet. Yeah, the noise oscillator is pretty standard. Sounds like white noise. So So there's a lot here. Again, I mean, I like it, but at the same time, I'm like, do I need it? You know? Here's Martin's crazy chord. With me futzing around with trying to resolve said crazy chord. That resolves, but it doesn't resolve satisfactorily. But yeah, I can't sit here and say that it's bad because it's not. It's pretty good. It sounds good at times. It sounds weak at other times. So one could say just like every other synth that exists. Yeah. This my chord progression up here is pretty much all minor 7, except for one major 7. Are you talking about the resolve? See, this is that's the pad just out of the synth. Wait, can we get my pad back? Hold, please. There we go. So this is just out of the synth. Doesn't sound bad. Then when you kick on the shimmer, that's some magic right there. Double future verb stacked up, both on the. Here I'll show you. It's both. It's on the classic shimmer, swelling octave. Feedback's pulled down. The amount's pulled down. This is the same thing. It's set to classic octave. But you reverse it and pull the feedback down. Pull it down. Yeah, that's just it, right? I don't, as of yet, I don't know what the hype is surrounding it. Maybe in a couple of more weeks that I'll get wowed by something that somebody puts out. I don't see it. It's not bad. I mean, this sounds fine, but I can get this elsewhere. It is, however, I think fairly easy to use. If you've used any other synth, it's fairly intuitive to use. Oh, sure. This is my favorite shimmer right now. It's just that it's stacked swelling octaves, pull the feedback down, and then mix to taste. The second one, the underneath one though, is reversed, so that it goes through the reverb first, then the echo. It kind of mellows it out a little bit. Because without it, this is just one future verb. Which sounds cool, don't get me wrong. Sounds good. Then you kick the other one in. And it just cuts that ultra tippy top end off and kind of mellows it down a little bit, and I really like the sound. You know, yeah, that's all I can think about is the guy, you know, the guy's hyping it, and there's things in here like the save to the cloud, the have to be online to get things, you know. Now what I don't know is if now that I have it registered, do I have to be online to keep it registered? And so, yeah, you mentioned yesterday on my Obic stream that there was something, you know, there's some of these things, and it's like, wow, I'm kind of surprised the KVR crowd puts up with that. I haven't gone and looked at the KVR thread yet. But yeah, I don't know. No, I've tried Reason over the years a few times, and for whatever reason, the workflow never caught with me. I like some of the synths and stuff and effects that are in Reason. I'm a fan of Thor, which I have for my iPad as a standalone, which is nice. But yeah, let's see. FL Studio, Studio One, Bitwig. I lived in Ableton for a year. I'm sure Signs is still upset that I gave up Ableton. So yeah. So it's a one-time activation, so that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. It's fine. Hey, Andy. Yeah, I started a little early because I've only got about 45 more minutes and I have to leave. I'm sorry. I got a doctor's appointment. I kind of like this Panaflute. Don't choose a KVR. It's just... Here's the thing for me. I mean, I'm on the rent-to-own plan. I don't know if I'll stay on it. I might. It's only $6 a month. Right now, if somebody said, should I just buy it outright? I would say wait for a deeper sale. Yeah, both of these sounds are from Ultra. This pad is one that I created earlier from 2 samples that I pulled out of Splice, 2 vocal samples. Yeah. So, let's see. There's 2 vocal samples that I pulled out of Splice. And did some slight stuff too. Nothing major, just a little bit of modulation on the filter. That's the pad, which is, you know, and then of course the shimmer that we're familiar with at this point. And the pluck, puberty hits. The pluck is a factory sound called Panaflute. So Ultra sounds good. Don't misunderstand anything that I'm saying. It sounds good. The UI is easy to use. Once you start to really get into the workflow and understand it, the UI is good. I like the fact you've got 3 racks of effects here. I don't think the effects are anything to write home about, but they're solid. You know, so they do have a pack store that's hooked into it. You get like some credits when you get the thing, and then after that you have to buy more. I've seen everything from 36 points credits for a pack to 96 for a pack. Like this is 36. A lot of it just depends on how big the pack is. I think this one was 90. Each credit is like, each individual sound is like 2 credits. So they kind of have a splice thing going at the same time. You can preview sounds. That sort of thing. It's got a fairly extensive, you know, you can get just individual patches if you want. This is the factory library. It's fairly extensive factory library. I didn't count or see how many. That's pretty much it. I did go grab a couple of packs because I was trying to find a bass that had some punch. That's the thing. So far, the basses tend to lack a little punch. Let's see what we can find here. You know, Chris, I do think that if you got into this, man, I think you can make it dance, right? I can make sounds in it. Don't get me wrong. I can make sounds that work. But cool. Yeah, so we can search by artist. Oh yeah, we can just, you can order by artist, which is cool. Yeah, so we got Manzev, Jeff Duncan, Nigel Stanford, TDN. I have, this seems familiar, so I've probably heard. Nice. mean, is it worth it? I don't know. That's gonna be up to you. Let's do this the easier way, shall we? Cheat a bit. Over here. This. That's better. And easier. Just a real quick baseline here. Yeah, my conclusion is it's good, but well, have I concluded that I'm going to keep paying for it? No. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's actually laid out fairly logically. The mod matrix took me a minute to find. That is a question I cannot answer. I'm sorry. This thing has been out for a day now, and I've now been messing with it solid for 30 minutes, so maybe about an hour total of time that I've had to mess with it. Everything you hear right now is from Ultra. The Falcon that I have up, which I can get rid of, was me looking at something. All of this is Ultra currently. There we go. Okay, so how I really want to route. Not route this. There. Okay, got it. So you can route them separately. So Super 2 in this case. So that one. Or am I backwards? Oh, I think I'm backwards. Yeah. So I actually want this to go there, and then to go there. There we go. So the routing is just kind of drag and drop, which is kind of cool. I wish it wouldn't auto-route that. I wonder if I can turn that on. Nope. That would be something I would like to see. To let me auto-route, to not auto-route things. Yeah, it's $150 on sale right now. This is the intro price. It's, I mean, yeah, I don't think it's unreasonably priced, but with everything else that I have, I mean, if you've already got Vitals, Serum, Pigments, Omni, Falcon, Tune, there's so much other stuff. I'm not sure that, other than it's just new, and it is easy to use. I keep coming back to that. It does seem to be fairly easy to use and not difficult to figure anything out. So, that it's got that going for it. It has two bottles. You can oh sure, right? But that's kind of the danger with any plugin, because of the nature of how software works. It's either you either use it or you take the loss. But yeah, I mean, I don't use Omnisphere as much as I probably should for, the price of the damn thing. I am not personally a big Serum user. I lean more towards Pigments, Falcon, and Vital. I know Signs of Life loves his Serum, and it's a great synth, don't get me wrong. It's just not usually the sound. I can't get the sounds out of it that I want to get out of it. If I'm using Serum, it's quite often a Signs of Life created sound. So, because I have zero issue with using presets, none. Now, granted, I'm at the point where I rarely leave a preset untouched, or it just as is, but it does happen. But it doesn't matter, right? Nobody cares. Nobody outside of other creators really care. All they really care about is, oh, this sounds good or it doesn't sound good. And from a creator standpoint, that's up to you. Much like using AI, using presets is up to you. That is a whole horse of another color. Just say no to letting AI create music for you. Thank you. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The fact that you can just sort these right out. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. You can set the polyphony, set the glide. Yeah, oscilloscope's kind of cool. Or you could do the MIDI. I thought this was kind of cool. I mean, it's a gimmick, but it's cool. It's a pretty cool one. Overall, I like it. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. I like it. It's on sale right now. Even the rent-to-own portion is on sale. So if you want, you can do $6 a month, and then 4 months down the line, if you decide, you know what, I don't like this after all, you're really not out that much money. Martin's crazy chord there. So, I mean, yeah. I'm a want to use it some more as we go forward to see. You know what? You can post me a link. I'll give it a listen, certainly. And again, I don't think Reason is a bad product at all. I think Reason's a really good product. It just never was for me. If you want to send me the link to edmilleraudio@gmail, that's fine. I will be happy to listen to it. Or you can post it here if you want others to listen to it. Sure. I'd love to hear it, actually, because, but again, and that's one of those things, too, that you constantly hear, like, Serum is only good for psytrance and techno. Really? Signs of Life might have something to say about that. You know, here. There you go. Whatever. Synth is a synth is a synth. It's a screwdriver, for fuck's sake. And they can all do pretty much anything. Well, sure. Yeah. Well, that's just it, right? And the tools, oh my God. The free tools that we have available today, I would have given my left nut for when I first started doing this. Vital, for example? Holy crap. A free synth like Vital in the 90s would have been, oh my God. Or a free reverb like Soul or Supermassive or something like that. Tools that are just brutal compared to what we had back in the day. So just the free stuff you can do today is amazing. And they were not doing it with free stuff for today. They were doing it with free stuff of yesteryear. Sometimes it's just the same, right? It's just as equal. I'll put Vital up against any synth out there, man. You know, and I'll also challenge anyone that swears, "Oh, I can always hear that it's Vital." Really? I bet you can't. It's kind of like trying to say that you can hear the difference between tone woods and guitars. Heyo, let's just hit all of the big debates in music today, shall we? Says, did you create this using presets? Pretty much loses all credibility with me right then and there. That tells me a few things automatically, not the least of which is that, oh, you're elitist. Got it. Because at the end of the day, the general public doesn't care. They're just like, does it sound good? That's all they give a damn about. get that. I understand. I really do. But at the same time, at the end of the day, see, then you get into the fact is loop layering, is it composing or is it arranging? Because if you look at loops as just the individual pieces, are you really composing or are you just arranging the pieces in a pleasant manner? Both are valid skill sets, mind you. They're just different skill sets. I've tried it a few times. It's not my bag. I mean, I use loops in and out of my stuff, but not completely. It's not bad, Playbeat. And I'm not gonna ask somebody at the end of the day, like, oh hey, did you know, it's just nothing but loops. Just bag it. Alright. I'm about to get ready to go to my appointment, so I appreciate you guys jumping in here. Sorry this one was so short. I have a bunch of doctor's appointments this week that I had a choice of this week or several months from now, so I took this week. I try to do these, usually this one was more of let's just take a look at Ultra. Good. It is good. Make your own decision whether you want to buy it. I've shown you what I can with my limited knowledge of sound design. I'm not a huge sound designer. I'm more of a tweaker of set presets, tweaker of existing sounds to get what I want. I freely admit this. I've always admitted this. But anyway, if you've enjoyed what you heard, if you're new around here, please consider like, consider subscribe. We do these every Tuesday and Thursday. Episodes of Making Ambient Noise. It's good stuff, I like to think. We will, everybody in the chat is always willing to answer questions. If you're a creator and you have a question about something, whether it's something I'm doing, whether it's something you're trying to do, ask your question. Hopefully somebody can answer it. There, we'll try all that again. Turn that down. See if I don't have this running in my head, so I don't know what it's sounds. I would say again. I said if you're new here, consider like and subscribe. We do these every Tuesday and Thursday. Making Ambient Noise. This has been episode 132. So I try to do these every Tuesday and Thursday, starting around 3:30 Central Standard Time. Usually we go for a couple hours. Today is short because I do have a doctor's appointment coming up. If you are a music creator and you have questions, ask them. Whether it's questions about something that I'm doing, whether it's questions about something you're trying to do. People in the chat around here quite friendly, and the idea is to just everybody gets better. For the most part, leave it at the door, come in here with an open mind. Everybody just wants to help everybody get better. I'm not too fussed about who's best at anything. I make the noise that I make, you make the noise that you make. Speaking of, I'm gonna let this roll around probably one more time or two. Turn it back up. And then we're gonna call it a stream. Thanks as always